This is Russ. Yeah, I'm back in the car again. Yeah, 34 degrees outside. Yeah, you hear the heater noise in the car again as I'm headed towards my daily obsession. You know, somebody asked me if I go to Costco 7 days a week. Close. Yeah, I'm probably there 4 or 5 times a week to get a pizza, which really I shouldn't be doing, but I do it anyway. And then on Sundays I even go there too because I have to get gas for Mrs. Wright's car. So if you add those things up, I'm probably there a good 5 times a week at least. Yeah, I'm usually not there on Saturdays unless Mrs. Wright wants to go to Costco for whatever shopping reasons. But otherwise, yeah, I would say, yeah, okay, I'm going to say 5 times a week I'm there. I think those guys know me at this point. If they don't know me per se, they've seen me multiple times. Gotta get gas first though, man. I'm almost at half tank. I'm using up a lot more gas nowadays, and that's probably because I go to Costco so much. And then I go to church twice a week. I go on Thursday nights for our Bible study group, and then Sundays as well. So yeah, it starts adding up. So anyway, some news to tell you guys. You might notice I'm wearing something here. Yeah, gloves. I mentioned before I lost my gloves. No, apparently I didn't lose them. I've been sitting on them. Yeah, they've been sitting in my car on the driver's seat for about a week. Yeah, I literally have been sitting on them and never known that I was sitting on them. They're rather thin, so you don't really feel them. If you're sitting on them, you know, I never noticed it. So one day, Mrs. Wright asked me to, I don't know what she asked me to do something to the car. So I had to lean in to get it. And yeah, there it was, sitting on the driver's seat. How do you like that? Can't even feel it. Oh, man. Oh, another update too. You know, I mentioned at one time that I was going to the P.O. box, the UPS box, I should say, and was going to go pick up a review item. Yeah, it did show up when I went there. Yeah. So, but yeah, somebody said that, you know, that it's cheaper at the post office. Yeah, it is, but the post office can't sign for packages. That's the problem. Some of the packages that are sent to me require a signature. Post office won't sign for something, okay? And of course, if the object is too large, and you know, it's not good going to the post office. However, somebody did say that you could have FedEx or UPS do a drop-off at one of their locations. I think they're even at Walgreens near me will accept FedEx packages or something like that. So you could use that. That's a possibility. But I think for e-bikes, they have to go to your house. Because even if they dropped it off at, say, Walgreens for me, how am I going to transport that huge box back? I can't do it. In fact, when I picked up my Wired e-bike, the owner of Wired, Steven, actually built it for me. I picked it up at his home. Because I told him, I says, I don't think I can fit the box in my my SUV. So he took it out and built it for me. Now, we did mention that we might be getting another Wired bike sometime in May, at the end of May. I'm going to say end of May or June, you know, considering how things work out for Wired sometimes. It might be the same situation where, you know, I may have to pick it up. I told him I would build it, but he built it for me. I don't know whether he would build it for me again. But it'll probably be the same situation. So here's another interesting thing. I mentioned in my review of the scooter, we've talked about the scooter a couple times now, right? And I mentioned that the backup horn is pretty loud. Yeah, I'm not kidding. It's really loud. I mean, really loud. And it kind of kills you to ride that scooter and having to back up. You almost really don't want to back up because it's so loud. I mean, you could be in some place and, you know, that thing just like beep like crazy. So anyways, Mrs. Wright says you got to do something about the scooter if you're going to use it. And ultimately what's going to happen is I'm going to give that scooter to a friend of ours who attends our Thursday night Bible study group. And she probably would not need that backup horn either, or wherever she might be taking it, may not want that backup horn. So, yeah, so I flipped the scooter over to try to find where that horn is located. It's in the back. It's by the drivetrain, okay, where the motor is, right? So I said, if it's a horn, it's probably an inexpensive horn, and it's probably going to be a small, thin wire that goes to the horn. Sure enough, it was. Yeah, it's a little black and red wire. It's probably not even 18 gauges. Yeah, it's probably even thinner than that. It's probably 22 gauge wire. I mean, it's really thin. I mean, and the horn itself is a very inexpensive plastic round circular thing. I mean, I recognized it immediately that was the horn. Yeah, so I cut the wire. Once you cut the wire, there's no horn, right? And it did not affect the operation of the scooter. So you can still go forward and backwards. Now that if you go backwards, you don't have any horn. So overall, that is the thing I would tell people to do if they were to buy this scooter and really thought that the backup horn was more obnoxious than it was helpful. I told the woman I planned to give it to, and I cut the horn. She says, well, then if I back up, I might run people feet over. I just let them know you're backing up. Just don't back up until you make sure there's nobody back there, and then back up. But the thing is, she hasn't heard the horn. I think if she heard how loud that horn was, she wouldn't want it either. So, yeah, I think these companies. You could easily put a switch on that wire, okay, where you can just turn it on or turn it off. Just flip the switch, make a connection or not make a connection. So, but in this case, I said, it's just faster and easier for me to just cut the wire, and that's exactly what I did. So I left the horn there. I just disconnected it. Now, if we ever needed it, if we had to do it, I could just solder the cables back together. That's a simple thing to do. So that's the solution for the scooter horn. Now, if they, like I told them, if they come out with a new model that has a switch, or they just don't have a horn, give me the model and we'll show it again. Now, somebody else sent me an email showing me that there are cheaper scooters on the market. Yeah, if you go to something like AliExpress, you might find less expensive products on almost anything. But you're dealing with China, and you don't know what the quality is of the item that you're buying and everything. At least this one, they have a website, they have a main page that you can go to. You can buy directly from the company. You don't have to go through something like an AliExpress. Or you can buy that thing from, Amazon. They have an Amazon link too. So it will cost a little more. Yeah, it costs you a little bit more, right? But, if you want the what should I say? The I wouldn't say safety, but if you want to make sure that you're buying something that has some backing or something, it's going to cost you a little bit more. Every product in the world is like that. So yeah, you can find less expensive things out there. If these guys can sell it for, what was that thing, $550, something like that. Somebody else probably can sell it for less. Obviously, they make money on their products too, right? So the whole point, though, is it just amazes me how you can get products relatively cheaper now than it did even 10 years ago. Yeah, I paid $1,800 for my scooter. All right, anyway, that's all I have for you guys today. Just wanted to give you guys some updates. Yeah, it's too cold for me to do anything. So I'm here at Costco. I'm going to fill up with gas. Talk to you guys next time. All right, I'm headed out of Costco now. Yeah, I ran into Tom. Not at the gas station, though. Ran into him inside the warehouse. So we were talking a little bit, and he was amazed that people said hi to him in the comments because I had asked you guys to do that. Hey, everyone say hi to Tom, okay? Yeah, just say hi to Tom from Costco. Just put it in the comments. Gets a kick out of that. And while you're at it, say hi to Donut Jim, too. He's probably watching it, too. Donut Jim. Donut Jim and Tom from Costco, okay? Yeah, say hi to those guys. Yep, I told him that I had found my gloves as well, and I've been sitting on it the entire week. I can't believe it. He was also amazed that our weather has turned so bad for this week. He had his bike all ready to go, and he can't go out. Same thing for me. I can't go out. It's too windy. It's too windy here in Chicago, and it's going to be in the 40s. It's just too cold for us. It's not worth it. So we're going to wait a little bit. Anyway, I got my slice of pizza. Had to get a Diet Pepsi again. I tell you, I keep forgetting this stupid quarter. I guess you could put a dollar bill in there, but I didn't have anything but 20s. I didn't want to put a 20 into a thing that only charges you 25 cents. So I got another Diet Pepsi. Got to cut that stuff out, man. It's going to kill me. That stuff will kill me or the pizza will kill me, one of the two. I didn't buy a rotisserie chicken, though, in case you're curious. I did not do that. I've been making my own chickens lately. Well, I don't make my own chickens, but I cook my own chickens, okay? But I'm out. I'm going to have to get something at this point. I'll either have to go some grocery shopping or something. I don't have anything. I don't have any more food left. I've got to get something. But the temptation was there to get the rotisserie chicken. It's just easier, you know. I think I may go to another grocery store and they have chicken leg quarters, but they're a little more expensive. I think they're like 79 cents. Sometimes you can get drumsticks for like 49 cents still, yeah. But nobody's got anything that's worthwhile, and I haven't had thighs in a while, so maybe I'll go out there. They're a little bit of a distance, but what do I got better to do? So I'm going to go. And then another thing too, one of the grocery stores around us, I think they shut down. I think I'm gonna drive past them, take a look. But I think they shut down. I heard rumors that they were shutting it down. And then you know, I look at an app called Flip. Check that app out if you haven't checked it before. F-L-I-P-P, Flip. It's a grocery store ad. Well, it's not just grocery stores. It's your local ads in like what you would find in like your Sunday newspapers, that type of thing. Back in the day, remember when all the ads came out in the newspapers? It would be like that. So you'd have everything from Target, Walmart, you name it, and then all the grocery stores. And this local grocery store is not on there anymore. So I looked up their website. They don't even list it as one of their stores anymore. See, look. The radio turned on by itself. That was the radio this time. I did not touch anything. I'm telling you, the place is haunted. Okay, we don't believe in that stuff, but it's pretty funny, right? So anyway, yeah, look at Flip, F-L-I-P-P. Yeah, haunted. This is like the standing funeral thing we were talking about. Is that haunted? Yeah, that's kind of weird, huh? Yeah, let me know if you looked that up, or you didn't after I talked about it. Yeah, kind of freaky. Anyway, I'm gonna head up to the post office box again. Got another thing to take a look at to see if that came in. I think it should be in. It showed that it had come into the area. It's always really just a matter of whether the mail guys have gone to their location and dropped off their mail, and then whether the store has put a notice in your mail slot yet or not. So let's stop here. Sometimes you always run into red lights. Yeah, sometimes you're lucky, you know, that you miss every red light. You just go straight through all of them. So anyways, just wanted to give you the update that I ran into Tom. And yeah, say hi to Tom. We're going to get a kick out of how many times we could say hi to Tom. Say hi to Tom. Say hi to Donut Jim as well. Let's talk to those guys. Anyways, if you like the video, go ahead and hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. Hopefully we'll have some more things. I was tempted to actually go to the Volo Auto Museum today, but it's so windy. See, the problem with the Volo Auto Museum is that the cars are not just in one warehouse. It's in multiple warehouses. So to get from warehouse to warehouse, you got to go outside to get to the next warehouse and then to the next warehouse. They have multiples. So since it's so windy, I just said, oh, it's just too windy. Maybe I'll go tomorrow. We'll see. we'll see how things go. But yeah, there's nowhere else to go. There's nothing else to do. I can't ride my bike. And I found out too, and I mentioned this before, I can't even go to like the Field Museum in Chicago because they won't let you record there. You can record, you just can't do anything for commercial purposes. Now technically, this channel is not monetized. I guess I could, but I think that's just a technicality then, right? But, you know, Volo allows me to record whatever I want to do. Maybe I'll take the new scooter and check it out before I give it to my friend. Make sure that that thing is functioning perfectly for her, and then that she will be able to use it in the future. She's got walking issues too. She can walk just like me. She just can't walk long distance. Same thing with me. So I told her, I says, look, I got another scooter. I says, if you want it, I'll give it to you. At first she wasn't sure, because I think she lives in a condo, but if she leaves it in her car, just takes the battery out, I think she should be fine. Take the battery out, charge it, bring it back, right? That's what I do. But lifting it in and out of that car could be an issue. She has a minivan, I think, or some type of SUV. So it won't be as hard, but it's still difficult, you know, getting it in and out, because it's those things are heavy. She's an older lady, so. But hey, at least it's there for her. She could always ask for help. At least she's got one. I mean, it won't cost her anything. I'm giving it to her, so. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys next time.